Mike and Steve here, Crit Damage Miniature Games, and welcome to a pretty special on the table review. And today we're going to be having a look at the new Necromunda miniature board game from GW. So it's a rework of the old Necromunda system, the old specialist game. And first off, we're super lucky. Our local game store, Realms of Magic and Miniatures in Townsville, have received a copy of this to demo in store from Saturday, I believe, when the pre-orders go up. So as a bit of promotional work for those guys, they've got us in to do a bit of an unboxing. And yeah, super thank you to, as I said, Realms of Magic and Miniatures in Townsville for letting us unbox this one. Guys, before we begin, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe down the bottom there. Click the bell because there's going to be plenty more Necromunda content over the next couple of weeks and well into the future as we explore the gaming and etc. as well. But so let's get straight into the unboxing. So coming up, guys, this, as I said, Necromunda Underhive is going to be the rework of Necromunda. So as I said, over the last couple of months, over the last, well, year really, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah, it's been a fair bit. It's been coming since obviously the Armageddon one that everyone really got into. So yeah, and they've been relaunching a lot of their old specialist game systems, and it was sort of hinted that Shadow War Armageddon would be the replacement to Necromunda, but here we are. So we've actually got a Necromunda release as well. So those of you guys that don't know, Necromunda is set in the Underhive of a Hive City, really.
Yep,
Hive City, Hive World.
Yep.
Of Necromunda.
So, but yeah, so guys, you can see on the back here, brutal gang warfare of the 41st millennium. I can really speak today. Deep in the tunnels of the Underhives of a polluted nightmare industrial world, rival gangs fight for personal power and the honour of their houses. So setting is, as I said, that you can see the combat in the Underhive there, but there's a number of different houses that are vying for power. And the box set here includes House Goliath, and I'll let you read the text there.
But basically you've got muscle-bound brutes, as it says there, that are just all about getting in your face and hitting you in the head with really big sticks, which are absolutely fantastic. And and they're all about the Mohawk, the GW Mohawk from back in the, you know.
Yeah, and they're all grown in vats. So they are absolutely just muscle-bound men, and they are just out to smash people. So, and then we've also got House Escher.
Yeah, just having a bit of a read of that one, and just all into anything to enhance their reality. So whether it be drugs, elixirs, poisonings, stimulants, whatever it may be, that's their jam.
Yeah.
However, they've managed to enfeeble males for some reason. That's just
the whole process. So a lot of them are females, yeah. So, but looking, as I said, guys, here are some of the painted up models, and they're absolutely amazing. So you can kind of see two House Goliath gangers there, and coming across into two House Escher as well. Contents of the box, guys: 104-page rulebook, 9 double-sided card tiles, 7 plastic hatches, 9 plastic barricades, 5 plastic loot crates, a deck of 70 cards, 16 dice, and 20 miniatures, being both 10 from House Goliath and 10 from House Escher as well. So incredibly well-rounded miniature board game. We have seen a lot of these in the past with the Overkill board game. There's been Shadow War Armageddon, and all these other ones as well.
Like even Age of Sigmar ones.
Shadespire?
Shadespire, yes.
So,
yes.
But to note, guys, while this set here is played on the board game, it leads itself, and the rules are flexible enough, and they will evolve into a tabletop miniatures game. So I like to really call these like a gateway board game. So it gets people in playing a simple board game with a few miniatures, and then you can evolve it into coming onto the tabletop and playing as well. So very cool system, and you can kind of see here the really, it's like a Zone Mortalis-esque really look to it, hasn't it, Steve?
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, as part of the kit, you do get walls and barricades and whatnot, which help to block it off. But looking at those double-sided tiles, very Zone Mortalis-y so far, which is cool.
Alright guys, so what we're going to do is we'll pop open the box and have a look at the content. Alright, and we are back and we have pulled out some of the contents of the boxes. First thing that we realised, templates are back.
I giggled and I'm like, come on guys, come on.
So they did play a pretty big role in the first Necromunda, and I really couldn't see Necromunda not being played with templates. But the whole doing away with templates on 8th sort of really... Really it was a bit of a chuckle when we saw them in there, so...
Yep, that's right. Because we've been playing a lot of 40k, so just seeing them back, it's like, oh... We've seen see-through ones, we've seen green ones. Yeah. Now we've got red ones.
So, lucky we didn't throw out all our old templates as well, so...
Yep.
But leading into this as well, Steve will take us through. It looks like all the doors and barricades...
Lots of doors and barricades, that's pretty much it. So if you have a look, you've got a really cool hatchway, like an iris sort of scheme there, and then you've got your old submarine hatch over here as well. But otherwise, the doors are pretty simple. If you guys remember the old Firebase kits, the walls look very similar to that. And you can see on the outskirts, there's probably room for some card to slide into there and make it really cool. But otherwise, that's sort of the other side of it, and what's there to say? It's just 5 walls and 2 doors, really. And
pretty good level of detail too.
Absolutely, and you can see on these here, you got like the other side of a couple of doors on each of them as well, which I mean, once again, uses entryways if you like, but generally, I could see them being used as just a standard wall, really.
Yeah, and this is the thing about the flexibility of the board game miniature games. A lot of the time when you buy these, you can actually start using the bits and pieces for your normal 40k games. Like the Shadow Wars Armageddon terrain, we use that pretty heavily in our battle reports.
Oh, yes.
These walls could be barricades or pieces of wall that are left over, etc. as well. So not only do they fit to be used in the Necromunda game, but as you progress further and further into the tabletop and bringing the Necromunda game into the tabletop, you can keep using them, which is pretty cool.
Absolutely. And we will be doing so. I could see Rolfie wanting to get his hands on it very soon.
I love painting terrain, so...
Over here we got Barricades and Crates. Now, how fantastic is this? If you look, there's 5 crates. These 2 here, they've actually got what look to be 6-shooter pistols, obviously futuristic-y ones as well.
With fucking stub carbines or something?
Hand cannons.
Hand cannons.
For some. But they're absolutely brilliant. A couple of consoles. Down here we got some more
ammo
crates with ammo and grenades in it. My eyes were immediately drawn to these. I'm like, oh, surely these have lids so they can be random. They do.
And they do.
So if you paint them all up the same and you're wanting, I don't know, some random loot stuff in there or random objectives, whatever it may be, you can sort of hide stuff in there, which actually appeals to me a lot.
And I'm hoping that these melter bomb stashes and the grenade stashes are used as deployable objectives. Like you have to blow a door and you have to like set a charge. That would be really cool.
They would be amazing. Absolutely. Obviously all of these serving as barricades of some description.
Yep.
And of course we got the drain and token tentacle for drain.
Yeah.
So I can't say I've seen a tentacle in a kit before that wasn't chaos. So cool.
And the cool thing about these center barricades are they are shot to hell. So you could weather the crap out of them, like all the bullet holes and the ricochet marks, etc. Really, really cool.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, and on another note, which I did notice, flipping it over, all the crates do have an empty side as well. So you can use
that's cool.
You can use them as empty crates or you can use them as fullies. It's completely up to you.
Yeah, so if some of the objectives have, your objective caches, you have to search for the actual one that has loot in it. That's pretty cool. So
yeah. You can see all the barricades, they've got stands on the other side, so they're free going. All you have to do is snip them out and file them down and they're ready to go.
Paint them up.
Which is, paintings. It's pretty good as well. And for some reason, I'm not too sure, someone can point it out, there's a Spider-Man symbol on...
there is.
With a skull thing happening here on a disc. So
I think it's a token of some sort, but yeah, I'll have to have a look at what it is, because it looks like a like a player token, like to say whose turn it is or something.
Maybe something like that, something for a bit of fun. I don't know, to paint up. I don't know, it's just...
Maybe another centre objective, so...
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, coming across, we've got the 2 Clan Escher sprues, and first thing you'll notice that they are not snap fit models.
No.
They do have a degree of posability, and but yeah, we'll have a look through them now.
Yeah, well, check them out. I mean, there's a huge variety of weapons, and you can see there probably a lot of las carbines, a lot of las pistols, knives. There's even a good old chem thrower over here in the top top right hand corner. There we go. That's awesome. And whips.
Whips.
I mean, if you're going to have agile-like people running around with mohawks, they're obviously going to have a couple people with whips.
Yeah, and I think on the back of the box it did say Escher sort of likes their poison stiletto knives, etc. And you can definitely see most of them do have some sort of knife or chem thrower, etc. as well. So
you know what I've just spotted? Is this an executioner pistol from the Assassins?
Kind of looks like one, but it might be like a bolter with a chem injector on the bottom as a close combat weapon.
Yeah, I don't know. Just seen that, and over here is another sort of similar one. Actually, yeah, it looks a bit more chem-y. But they just so you guys are aware, they're the same sprue. They're both identical. Just we got one flipped over.
Yeah. But beautiful sculpts, guys. Like the amount of detail on these ladies here is just amazing. But again, GW, you guys are a model company first, and you guys are just blowing it out of the park with some of these sculpts. It is absolutely amazing.
And just being able to pack 2 sprues with 10 miniatures with multiple options. As much grief as some people give them, I think that the quality of the kits can't be denied. They're just busting out the options, giving you everything, all in a very compact sprue. So good on them. They're doing well.
As much as I love the snap fit to keep the price down, having options and the posability and the being able to outfit them all differently is just amazing for this. And I guess Necromunda in general, you need to have that flexibility because your gangers are going to be armed with a variety of different weapons. So your snap fit probably doesn't fit the role and wouldn't be sufficient for this type of game. But
not without heavy cutting and trying to get your own bits and glue them on. This is much better.
But I'm loving to see the different the different options available as well. So coming down to House Goliath and just a lot.
Oh lordy, lots of chunky guys. Look at them, massive, absolutely massive. Yeah, they are huge, and obviously you see a lot of axes and banging clubs, hammers,
wrench right there,
and massive, as we called them earlier, hand cannons / pistols, stuff, whatever. They're just huge. They're as big as bolt guns. Like they're everywhere. That looks like a bolt gun. Like they're stupid big.
Yeah, they look really cool. Like this one at the side here is like a 6-shooter pump action revolving shotgun. It looks really cool.
6-shooter shotgun.
Yeah, man.
Click, boom. And the one thing that I actually found interesting that I've seen on here, I know for a little while with the Deathwatch sprue, people were going stupid over the frag launcher and trying to get lots of those. Would this be a frag launcher, I suppose, perhaps?
Yes, well, it looks like some sort of grenade launcher, definitely.
Yeah, so...
And it's like hooked onto the arm with a bionic sort of piston. That's cool.
yeah, that's really cool. Really cool. So just looking over these kits, I see a lot of bits that I would love to just sort of snap into a guard army of some description, or even... just even like they are to the proportionate size of Space Marines. So, and maybe not necessarily the weapons because they are brutish, but there are definitely modelling options with some 40k gear.
Their heads must be... Oh, yeah, because it's got... Having a look at the head sprues, they've done it really interesting. I'll see if I can get some down here. You can kind of see that they're like a faceplate. Their face is like a faceplate, and then it must slide back onto the body, and then it's held in place with another plate in front of the mouth. Yeah, it is. I'm just having a look at the other models. Yeah, no, that's really cool.
Yep, so from the looks of all the faces, they all have a space for a mohawk.
Yes.
And you glue said mohawk into the back of it.
Yeah, it's just...
So here you can see a spiky mohawk, I think. I think that the face goes on the front of that.
Yeah.
And bada bing, bada boom.
That's cool, man. And a lot of different masks and etc. as well. But it's still got that very, very retro feel about it as well. So, but what we'll do, we've got the build sheet here, so you can kind of see here the House Goliath, a lot of shotguns, close combat weapons, and just bulkiness. Like, you got a guy there with a wrench and an axe, and the guy at the end here, I can see if I can. That looks like the guy with the frag launcher.
They've all got names. Here we go. And his name is Kruger.
But yeah, so that's House Goliath. House Escher, you got the whip and the bolt gun with the poison injector and just heaps of different gangers. And considering that there's 2 sprues the same, it looks like you can make 10 totally different looking models, and that's pretty cool. So, and then
it gives you a few instructions on how to build some of the different characters that are in there as well, and they obviously you do what you want depending on what your gang does, but if you want to make 10 completely different individuals, that's how to do it.
Yeah, and you can kind of see how multi-part these are as well. That's pretty crazy. So, and a few of the completed gangers down the bottom there, all painted up.
Yeah, they look good. Look really good. Look, that pistol's as big as a rifle. Anyway.
Yeah, that was a 6-shooter big shotgun, the thing I was saying. It looks really cool. So, and that's that one. And I think on the back,
you probably got the
Got
ladies
the same.
Yep.
So it's got the ladies there as well. But again, you can kind of see that one set of sprues will build like either 2 of those 2 gangers there as well. So very cool.
And then just goes into doors, crates, walls, tentacle
monster. But yeah, so no, that's really cool. Coming across into some of the accessory guys, got some dice.
Scatter dice.
Scatter dice are back. Shooting dice, looks like injury dice here as well. Another really cool feature is they're fully, they got bases here which are the industrial style bases.
They are fantastic.
So we'll get a few out.
They are all 3D. They've got everything on it that you need. Now, I love them so much.
I don't know whether or not these are the same bases as they do the Sector Imperialist base or Imperialist bases. I can't remember what it's called.
Honestly, I couldn't say.
But yeah, they look pretty good.
I want these, yeah. Straight up.
But yeah, they're going to add heaps of character to the models as well.
Yeah.
You get a card pack, whole bunch of tactic cards. We're not going to go through them. And these ones to the right here are the ganger cards. And you've got spare blank ganger cards as well. So they're the ones there. But you can kind of see Bone Snapper. I'm just showing you one card, guys, and just so you can see the different abilities, etc. So you've got Bone Snapper, movement value, weapon skill, ballistic skill, strength, toughness, wounds, etc. And leadership. And he's armed with a combat shotgun and furnace plate for 5-up, 6-up, and frag grenades, and he's cost up the top. So I love the card-based system, and it's a really, really cool one to do, especially when you start doing your sort of unique gangers and such, and start arming them and upping their movement, weapon skill, ballistic skill, etc. as well, depending on what you upgrade as they level up. And
yeah, that's right. Just having one card per character. Probably one of the things that we found in Armageddon was just trying to keep track of all your guys and their abilities on the one sheet. If you got one card that you can scribble all over for that one character, super helpful. Yeah. Super helpful.
So, but yeah, guys, as I said, we're going to go through a lot of the rulebook and the all the abilities and all the gangers later on. Once we're able to sort of put them all together, paint them up, etc. as well. But what we'll do now is we'll go through the card tiles and have a quick look at the rulebook. Alright, and first sheet that we're going to have a look at are some token sets. So you can kind of see, you get a lot of tokens, fire and sort of injury tokens, some pipes, some bulkheads being burnt through, etc. as well. So pretty cool that they're all being used, and both sides as well. So, you know, reaction tokens, out of ammo, and again, sort of the burn through bulkheads, etc. Also get some game tiles. These are all multi-sided, so Steve will, so you got the sort of acidy sort of melting away, flip it, and you've got sort of more of a scummy under complex as well. So
L69 1 alpha is what you get.
Yeah, so yeah, multi-sided tiles that, you know, you can kind of swap and change the games as they go, and provide you a lot of different and flexible options, I guess, to play with as well on the boards. So you get 10 tiles, I believe, or nine tiles. And here we've actually got the quick start rules. Scenario 1, tunnel skirmish. And we've actually got it set up as per the board. So you can kind of see this is the first mission, and you can kind of see it only uses 4 tiles. So if you imagine going bigger and better using multiple tile sets, or you know, in fact, other Zone Mortalis terrain, etc., your games are going to be quite large anyway. So, but you know, your first scenario is just all onto 4 tiles.
What do you reckon these red areas are? Are they supposed to be barricades that you've got to go around, or...?
Yeah, I think it's just representing walls. So you can place wall markers there. So, you know, like our Zone Mortalis walls.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, it just funnels people through the different corridors, etc. And yeah, it's just really, really cool. And high detail, as you can see. So flipping over and just having more of the acidy sort of pools and collapsed...
Looks like they all have I don't know. I was going to say an acid side and...
Yeah, they seem to be a bit of a mix, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, right. That is cool. Like it.
Yeah, so love tiles, and yeah, definitely use them. And especially if you get 2 sets, you can have like even with 30k or 40k, you could have a Zone Mortalis table on the cheap, and use these as line of sight blocking.
I was just doing the math in my head actually. If you got 2 sets together, you'd have a 4x4.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it would be. So, because if you look at that, and you can add another 4x4 onto that as well, so that is pretty cool. And again, very, very flexible to make your own table on the cheap. So, but let's rock through the rulebook. All right, guys, we're going to go run through the book very quickly. We're just going to show sort of what's in the book. We're not going to go through any of the rules, etc. at this stage, because that will be for a further video as well. So, front of the book, you know, it's got the Underhive logo that they've been using. So, very, very cool, high detailed artwork. And flicking through, you can kind of see the start there. So, some of the House Goliath models. And on the board, what it looks like they're all fully painted up, etc. So I'm pretty sure that we've seen this photo before. But you can kind of see the barricades, the walls, the doors, all in action, etc. as well. So that's pretty cool. Coming across, we've got table of contents. So we'll go through. You got your box contents. It's got a lot of fluff in here. So, you know, first 30 pages. And then it breaks down the gangs and the principles and the gangs as well. Sorry, the general principles of the game. Sorry. Basic rules. So the rules, as you straight out of the box set, get started and rolling dice. And you know, they're pretty short, from page 44 to 54, including a start scenario is really good. Same with the sort of, you know, the Age of Sigmar and the new 40k rules, like very, very compressed rules. Necromunda, in essence, with how it's played, is always going to have a little bit more involved rules-wise, but having that down to 10 pages is pretty cool. Going into advanced rules, you're rocking through, you know, all these advanced stuff like running out of ammo mid-game, etc., blast markers, stray shots, flame templates, advanced close combats, injuries, etc., and bottle tests, and terrain features, etc. Then going into the armory, so it covers your range weapons, close combat weapons, war gear, etc. Talks about found in gangs and your two gangs, so Goliath and Escher from the book. From the starter set. Now, be aware, guys. The section also covers the different houses of Necromunda, and all the houses are actually in there, and we've had a bit of a gander at that too. So, yeah, so you can expect plenty more gang supplements, I think, and gang boxes to be released to cover the game as well. So, and then at the end, you've got 6 scenarios out of the box. Now, I believe that the game's going to be supported like a lot of other current games, with additional scenarios coming out in White Dwarves, etc., like that as well. So it just sort of helps you, buy that hobby magazine, get an additional scenario to play with your game tiles as well. So it sort of brings the more longevity into the game as well. So yeah, coming across, what do we got here, Steve?
So, box of contents, pretty much just goes through everything that comes with it so that you're familiar with it. But what's cool is we've actually found out what those little things were. We do have a melter trap, gas trap, and frag trap. Yeah. Super happy about that. So, definitely, I can't wait to use those.
Yeah, using those sort of tactics cards to set traps, etc. as well is pretty cool. So
absolutely. And you can sort of see the way the map's set up. I think you're right. All of these blank areas on the tiles are sort of used to represent walls, and then we've got sort of doors and barricades all the way through, which is actually really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Otherwise, we'll just skip a few pages. Just wanted to give you a bit of a look at some of the artwork of... some of the artwork from House Goliath. He looks fantastic. They've done... they've come a long way in, 30-odd years?
Yeah, just the look of the actual artwork is really cool. So, just amazing. As I said, hands down, GW always have really, really good fluff and really good art. Most of the time. But art especially, I know for a fact that I've bought previous books, including the Imperial Knight big book, just for artwork. It's just, awesome. Absolutely fantastic. So we'll skip a few more pages, and wanting to make a point of checking out this other bit of artwork of, and please don't have lost it, there we go, Clan Escher. House Escher, sorry. Brilliant. Look, she's got a bionic arm. She's so pretty, and she's got a bionic arm. Yeah, that's bionic cool. Leg as well. That's hot. Yeah, that's really cool. And again, it sort of represents what Necromunda is about, because through the battles and stuff, your gangers are going to get injured. Oh, yeah. And, you're going to get those, replacement arms, etc. And it might be beneficial to you. You might get a good trait, or you might not. So that's pretty cool. And moving right along, just one of the points we wanted to make is there's basic rules and you've got advanced rules in there as well. So there's a huge amount of content in this one book to have a look at. Definitely, we won't go through all the specific rules in this particular video, but let me tell you, after having a glance through it, there's huge amounts of info in there which will only add to the depth of the game, and you can make as much or as little as you want of every game. I imagine with continuing effects to each of your members of your house that you have on the ground. Very Mordheim-y feel, except obviously in the future of Warhammer. And speaking of that, going back, I'm just going to show, you do House Orlok, House Mensah, Cawdor as well. So they're all in there, guys. So again, while the box set is Escher and Goliath, expect these other houses to get a run and get supported in box sets as well. Oh, yes. A really, really cool thing that we've just noticed as well is that this is the bottom of the box. Now, looking at this, it fits 1.5 tiles in. Now, this in itself is a really cool thing, and I'm not sure whether or not this was intended, but this is how we thought we could do. If we're running demo games of, say, 2 gang members against 2 gang members... Just to get the mechanics down, Pat, so you understand. Yep. Running new players in, you could use this tray as a demo game surface. Again, because each tile, they recommend each tile per match, you add 2 fighters. So having something like this, you could have your gang members and just getting your basic game mechanics down pat is really, really cool. So, you know, you add your terrain, etc., and you're good to go. So, again, probably was intended like that, but as soon as we saw it, we're like, yeah, this is really cool because we could use this to demonstrate this to new players. So
absolutely. No, it looks fantastic. Even that portal in the ground, and you can see they've actually got wall graphics on the side of the inside of the box. It screams, use me. I don't know how or why, but just it does. It screams, please put me on the board.
Yeah, exactly. So, but guys, as I said, we're really looking forward to this. So stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you subscribe and click that bell button because there's going to be plenty more Necromunda videos coming up. Once we start doing, we'll get these together and get them painted up. And we're going to start running through some demo games because, as I said, Realms of Magic and Miniatures, this is their set. They're used for in-store demos. And we were lucky enough for them to say, hey, do you want to do the promotional unboxing just for the info and share it around with people? And we jumped at the chance. So as soon as the pre-orders go up and we can start demoing this, expect to see more and more videos about the game just so we can show the amazing system off and just show how well it is put together. And yeah, just share it with you guys to get on board as well. So, but as always, guys, there's going to be a link up the top to our Patreon account. If you feel like jumping on there and supporting the channel, feel free to do so. If not, make sure you are subscribed. You click that bell button for notifications. Like, comment, and subscribe. And more importantly, share the video around. Get the information out there that this system's coming out and get people excited because regardless if you use the game tiles, if you don't use the game tiles, the game is flexible enough to be able to be played on any surface or any terrain. And it's just, I love skirmish-based squad combat, and it's just a smaller, smaller battles and etc. And it's really, really cool. So, but yeah, guys, thank you very much for joining us. If there are any questions, make sure you post them below, and we'll try and answer it for you. Don't expect too many answers about the rules, as I said, until these further videos come out. We are a little bit sort of hesitant to start releasing full rules, etc. as well. But again, expect to see those in the near future. And as always, guys, thank you very much, and we'll catch you for the next one.